A cutting comment lands, a flash of pain. An hour later, you're still reliving it. The moment is long gone, but you're still bleeding. Here's what almost no one realizes. The first wound was never the problem. The wound you kept reopening was. 25 centuries ago, the Buddha gave it a name. He called it the second arrow. He asked his students a simple question. If a man walking through a forest is struck by an arrow, does it hurt? Of course. Now, if a second arrow strikes him in the very same spot, does it hurt more? Obviously. Then he said the thing that changes everything. In life, we cannot always avoid the first arrow. Pain will find you. Loss, criticism, failure, the ordinary heartbreak of being alive. That arrow comes from the world. Think of it as the stressors that will find you today. A deadline, a hard conversation, a loss. But the second arrow, we fire that one ourselves. So what is the second arrow, really? Modern psychology draws almost the same map in different words. It calls the first arrow pain, and the second, suffering. Pain is the raw sensation, the sting, the grief, the fear. It arrives on its own. It peaks, and if you let it, it passes. It's clean. Suffering is what we build on top of it. The replaying. The "this shouldn't be happening." The story about what it means, who's to blame, how long it will last, what it says about you. Suffering is the mind grabbing the pain and refusing to put it down. And here's the cruel trick. The mind believes the replaying is helping, that you're processing it, solving it, protecting yourself. But you're not solving anything. You're just firing the arrow again and again. It's like pressing on a bruise to check if it still hurts. The pressing is the hurt. Rehearsing a wound doesn't heal it, it keeps it open. Watch how ordinary this is. Someone cuts you off in traffic. The first arrow is a 2-second jolt of adrenaline. The second arrow is the 20 minutes you spend furious, letting a stranger you'll never see again live rent-free in your head. You make a mistake at work. The first arrow is a flush of embarrassment, gone in a moment. The second is the week you lie awake whispering, "What is wrong with me?" Turning one error into a verdict on your entire worth. And it isn't only pain that draws the second arrow. Someone gives you a compliment. The first arrow is a warm flush of being seen. The second is the instant checklist your mind runs of every reason you don't deserve it. That's the tell. The second arrow isn't a reaction, it's a habit. The first arrow lasted seconds. The second, you carried for days. And the world only ever fired one. Now, here's the part that sets you free. Between the first arrow and the second, there is a gap, a pause. A single moment where the pain has landed, but the story hasn't started yet. That gap is small, half a second maybe, but it is the most important space in your life, because that is where your freedom lives. Not in controlling the world, you can't. In choosing whether you pick up the bow. Most people never see the gap. The pain comes and the story fires so fast it feels like one motion, like they're the same thing. They are not. And the moment you can see the space between them, even once, everything changes. Because a second arrow you can see coming is a second arrow you can choose not to fire. So how do you actually do this? Not by pretending the first arrow didn't hurt. That's suppression. And suppressed pain doesn't leave, it waits. You do the opposite. You feel the first arrow completely. You let the sting be a sting, the grief be grief, without a single word wrapped around it. You let it move through you like weather. And then, when you feel the mind reaching for the bow, reaching for the story, the blame, the endless replay, you simply notice it. You name it. This is the second arrow. That's all. You don't have to win a fight with your thoughts. Naming the second arrow is enough to break its spell. Because the part of you that can see the arrow is not the part that fires it. So here is the one thing to carry out of this. The next time something hurts, a comment, a setback, a memory that ambushes you, ask yourself one question. Is this still the first arrow, or am I firing the second? That question is the gap. Asking it is stepping into it. You will still get hit. Being alive guarantees the first arrow. But so much of what you've called your suffering was never the world wounding you. It was you, standing over an old wound, quietly drawing the bow again. You can put it down. You could put it down right now. The first arrow is pain. The second arrow is a choice, and it was always yours to make.